Hello and welcome to Osiris, guys. I think something went wrong here. I was trying to feed my cows, and I'm stuck in a corner. I can't even move because of the entities, I suppose. Let's see if we can get out of here. Aye, I got out. I almost fell into the other one, didn't I? Yeah. Aye. Yeah. So, I hope you're alright, guys. I hope you're alright. And yeah, welcome to this episode of Osiris. We're gonna see... Look, they're dying. It's beautiful. Yeah, I don't think quite all of these have 24 in them yet, but most of them, I think... Well, in fact, maybe all of them do now. And you can hear the machine going. So, this is working great. This is working absolutely great. So actually, if they're all full, it should take more than a stack to feed them all. I guess. Because there's 24 per cell here. So, and it does. So yeah, I think we're certainly getting there with this. Yeah. And if we quickly run down below, we can see the furnace in operation here. This thing is firing things up, and yeah, we're getting steak, and we're getting... Oh, did I not turn you guys off? Sorry, guys. Yeah, we're getting steak and leather. This is what I took out before that we had before I started this feed. Yeah, as we can see. So that's all good. I've started sort of planning a little bit about what we're going to do with the building here. Laid out some markers, but we're going to do that another day, or maybe even off camera. Because today we're going to do some other bits. I've been really busy with other things actually in Osiris this week. I have spent some time in the Nether. And I think we're going to go there first and have a look at what has been going on there and what we're going to do over there. And then I thought we would end up by going to look at the mob farm again and see how that is doing. Well, first of all, by the way, I have installed portals here now on all 4 sides of this of our base. So that's awesome. Yeep. And they are all connected to different portals in the Nether. And there's one over there as well. So we'll take this one. Wait a minute. Let's see here. This is the southeastern portal. So now we should end up in the southeastern portal in the Nether. If this is correct. So this is east-south. Yeah. So here we go. I have 4 portals. So this is the distance they are apart in the Nether way of measuring things. And yeah, I've started making a little portal room here. This leads out straight out to the Nether here, really. So it's a bit dangerous at the moment, but we shall sort it. And the old way to get up was up here, but I moved that to be aligned, so this is now the new staircase. We're gonna sort this out and make it prettier, of course. This is just sort of a rough layout. Now the thing is, I've dug a new tunnel here to the ice base, or to the ice spikes biome and the mushroom island where Refiner's Fire has her house. But one of the things that I've discovered is this, because my base is fairly far out from spawn and stuff like that, and because I want to keep the natural environment around there as far as possible, I end up shifting a lot of blocks, alright? So I need good transportation systems. So, ta-da! Behold! We have, for personal transportation, we have an iceboat road here. And for goods transportation, we have this railway here. And at the moment it leads to an intersection. I'll show you in point of fact. This leads to an intersection which is in between spawn and the desert and mesa places where I take clay and sand and sandstone. So this is the intersection. I made this, which is exactly the same thing, the iceboat road, and there's going to be rails here, and this leads to spawn and to the end portal, among other things. And this leads to the desert. I don't know if I have... I don't have a minecart, so we're walking. And this is going to have an ice road as well. And so yeah, I have big plans for the Nether. I need to sort out my communications basically between places, and probably set up some smaller bases in the places that I visit a lot. So like the Mesa and the desert and the ice spikes biome and stuff like that. And then I think we can find some new interesting places as well. But this is all getting fairly confusing, I can understand. Yeah, so this is the Mesa portal, and I made another portal over here to the desert. Before I used the Mesa portal and then walked to the desert and back, but that didn't make much sense really. So we have a desert portal as well here, and yeah, they're fairly close in the Nether, but they're a fair distance apart actually in the overworld. Yeah, but anyway, with all these portals going on and that, things are starting to get quite confusing in the Nether, and sometimes I don't even know where I'm at, to be honest. Sometimes you guys don't know where I'm at either. So I started thinking about how we can visualize for ourselves where we are and what options we have in form of travel. And so I came up with this map of the Nether. This is a map of the Nether, guys, okay? Every block represents a 64 by 64 square. And where the torch is where we're at. Every block type here symbolizes a particular kind of base, or a particular base even. Except the white wool, which is, you know, paths, and the black wool, or in this case grey, because I ran out of black, which is hubs, without a base or anything like that. So we're here at the Mesa, and if we go 64 blocks this way, we come to the desert. If we go 3 times 64, we come to the hub over there. If we then go north a fair bit, we come to Osiris. And then if we keep going north, I have a portal that leads to where I found horses. And then this is the new tunnel I pointed at. This leads to the ice spikes biome, and it leads further on all the way to the mushroom biome, where there also is a long winding tunnel going back to spawn, from where you also can go north straight up to the ice spikes biome. And spawn is very close to the end portal. So this is what we have so far. And so this is really the hub of it all. This is where Osiris is. And so I could see myself branching out more from this place. But also, we can see that from spawn we've only gone north, west and east. We haven't gone south at all. So I can see us doing that as well in the future. And yeah. So, what's the plan with this thing? Right, by the way, there are some issues here, right? So, what if something isn't exactly 64 blocks away? Well, the map isn't exact. It's like a representation of a schematic of something that is much more complicated in reality. So what I've said to myself is that for every 64 blocks that are began, we have a new square. So even though this is, I think this is 70 odd blocks away from this portal, that means that that we get in a wool here, because it's 64, and then this represents the rest, which is sort of 11 blocks. But yeah. So that we can end up in trouble if we have two things that are within 64 blocks of each other. So for instance, we can't have all 4 portals from Osiris here. This is just one thing. And the way I plan to solve that is, if something is within 64 blocks, I have to decide which the most important thing of that is, and have that be represented on the map, basically. Yeah, so how are we gonna use this thing? Well, my idea is to, in every one of these places, really, whoops, put up this map. And just move the torch around depending on where we're at. And that way, when I come in here, I can easily see where I can go, and so on. Now, I also think that the color of this can change, the color of the paths can change, depending on what transportation we have available. So maybe white is that there is an ice road and a track, and horse access. And maybe we can have grey for just the ice road, and dark grey for just the boat track, and I don't know, some other color. Grey, I said grey already. Blue, for if it's just a walking path, like this is at the moment. That's why it's only half filled in. And so on. Now obviously this is open to design changes and stuff like that. My first idea was to put it on the wall, but I soon realized that it's going to be too big. So we're going to have like a map room in every Nether hub, if you will, with this thing. And obviously it needs to be a fairly big room, and it needs to be expandable as well, because what if I suddenly decide to go out here and make a thing? Then I need to be able to expand it. So yeah, but the good thing is you can also have other things obviously on this floor. So this can be part of sort of the decoration of the place. Yes, so that's that. That's what I've been up to. It took me quite a while to figure out and to measure out everything and stuff like that. But I really think it's going to be helpful, because it's a way for me to visualize as well where I would like to go and what the best place to put the tunnels in are and stuff like that. So yeah, I think now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and make some more tracks, actually, and I'm gonna see if I can't finish this railway up as well, because then I have means to get stuff from spawn to here, and from the desert and mesa to here, and then all of that back to Osiris, or vice versa, of course. So that would be a major step, really, completed. However, I think all the rails I have is this, which isn't going to be enough, really. So I'll go and get some iron and make some more. Yeah, I really need to do something about these stairs. This is what takes forever at the moment, to get up to the roof of the Nether. And I could move all the portals up here, I suppose, but I don't really fancy doing that, to be honest. I don't really fancy doing that. I really don't. It's I don't know why, really. It just doesn't feel quite right. Let's just put it like that. So we're gonna lay down track here. And I put a powered rail every 10 blocks, okay? So that's here. And I also put lights every 10 blocks. So that makes, because I've now put down the lights, it's easy for me to put down the rails in the right place. I'm going to have to power them as well, though, so that's going to be a bit of a pain. I started doing some sort of design as well in the beginning here. This is, by the way, the spawn end of this tunnel. I ran out of glowstone, but yeah, just a simple thing. I don't know if you've been down in the tube in London, but the tunnels are like really weird. They're like bent at the sides like this, but kind of oval shaped basically. And I sort of tried to mimic that. But the key here is these are really long tunnels, and I want them to be easy to build. So I mean, I'm gonna probably add one more material to this somehow, but as a base layout, this is what I'm gonna go for. So there's 10 between each of these sections, and then there's some lamps, and then some little sort of thing in the middle we can have here. We can discuss what exactly later on. It doesn't really matter that much. The most important thing is that they need to look alright. They need to be half slabs so that nothing can spawn here, and they need to have this rounded shape in sections, because that way when you travel really quickly you can sense that you're still going, if you know what I mean. Otherwise it just feels static. And they need to be fairly easy to build, and so I think I've accomplished that with these. But for now, let me just put down some rails, and we shall try this bad boy out. Right. It's always the least expected thing you're out of, isn't it? I mean, now I have rails, I've powered rails, although I am lacking, I think, 1 or 2. In point of fact, I think I'm lacking 1. No, 2 maybe. Oh no, I have 1 more here. But what I'm out of is drumroll cobblestone. Because I can't make any more levers. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So yeah, but we're gonna go, because I need a bit more gold and stuff like that, and this here needs to be a powered rail, and I need some more cobblestone. We're gonna go back here to are you seriously suggesting I have no iron? I was just at the iron farm. I'm the master of planning, guys. We're gonna go back to Osiris. We're gonna go more specifically to the mob farm and gold farm and have a look and see how that is doing, okay? Because the thing is, I've chucked it up and then I've not done anything with it. Except I did do an experiment the other day. So I want to talk to you about that. And we shall see if we can't get a bit of gold from there as well. Now let's see if we are clever here. We can. I need to mark these up, by the way. I think this would be no. This one. Let's go for this one. Would be nearest. Yeah. So what I've done at the mob farm is a collection system. Well, I haven't actually finalized anything yet, but I've had an idea for a collection system. Oh, we're gonna go sleep. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, yes, a collection system. That's what I've been pondering. Because we have this mob farm here, and it's working great, but the drops just end up on the top of the pyramid, and it's kind of nasty. So, what I've been looking at is to basically... Because I don't want to destroy this pyramid, right? So I don't want to have a big old flat surface down here with minecart rails and stuff like that. So what I was looking at was actually... Hello. Yeah, that. Just having a minecart going on the block below the block in the pyramid, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does make sense. You know what we should do is we should go into spectator mode, and I'll go down and show you what it looks like, because it'll be impossible for me to show you otherwise. Basically, we have a trail that starts here and goes around, and then it goes down, and then it goes around like this, and then it goes down again to here, and then it goes back up again, basically. So there. That's my idea for the collection system. Actually, it works really good. It works really well. Let's see if we can catch this minecart. I haven't actually got a... Yeah, so it's collecting things here, basically. It doesn't drop them off yet, which is kind of a problem. But what it does mean is that the top of the pyramid here is a bunch of scaffolding and stuff, but... Oh, hello. Okay, that must have been when I failed, when I tried to build it. The top of the pyramid, we're gonna cap it somewhere up here and have all the collection and bulk storage up there. And then this place, originally I was going to make this into my alchemy lab. Because this is where we get all the mob drops and all the gold and all that lot. So then we could have farms in the outer ends here and stuff like that, and then have like an automatic brewery in this end, or things like that. But I think what we're gonna end up doing is not to do that, and the reason for that is the sound. All right, we can never go in here without these portals being incredibly noisy, and it's kind of a pain, to be honest. It's kind of a pain. So we're gonna have to maybe build another pyramid over here and have the alchemy lab in there, and then just take all the stuff we get from both of these sites, really, and freight them over there automatically, or something like that. But one thing we can do now, because of the 1.11 patch, we can now make easy item elevators, so we can stop going down here to get the gold and actually you know, build something up. So there's no huge amounts here. I haven't really AFK'd. And in fact, that's something we should do. We should try and... Oh, that's a lot of gold here. That's good. We should try and measure sort of how effective this setup now is. 1, 2, 3. If I get 3, that should be plenty, shouldn't it? Then I can make 32 times whatever it is you get every time you make them. Yeah, anyway, so I should be able to make a bunch of tracks here with this. But I think what we'll do now, first of all, is we'll make a little test here for ourselves. So, what I need to do is I need to empty the minecart. And then I need to set a timer for let's say 5 minutes. And then we need to basically see... okay, we need to see how many drops we get in 5 minutes, basically. Just to sort of get a little indication. Okay, I need to empty my bags. Let's put all the rail stuff in here, for instance. That should be good. Yep, like that. And then we need to catch our minecart. Oh, I missed it. Okay, I'll set up this test and we shall see what the result is. alright, so that was the test. Let's see how we did. Okay, so the thing is full. I think you'll find that... Oh well. Crikey! Feels rather unnerving, this. Yeah, I think you'll find that there are... yeah, it's kind of full. Yeah, okay. So we have really good rates here, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, this is great. This is going to work great as well. I might need to extend it one more block down, the collection. But, because you see there was an arrow somewhere. But, in general, yeah, I'm very happy with that. This is really cool, this mob system. I like it. So, but I do need to figure out how to handle the noise down here. In fact, let's see how high up I need to go for it to disappear. I could live with that volume of noise, I think. Yeah, but then I'm all the way up here. Yeah, maybe I can have... yeah, I don't know. I'll have to ponder it. I'll have to ponder it for sure. Let's have a look. We need a powered rail here. I forgot the blimmin' cobblestone, didn't I? Okay, I'll be right back. Right, let's try this again. Let's make a bunch of levers, first of all. And then some... let's see here. Let's see. We needed a track here, yeah? We needed some power here even. Alright. And I think a couple more here without power. So let's try and sort that out. And yeah, as for the future of this Nether project here, I think it's a good project for me to return to when I feel like doing something quite monotone. Because oh my days, it's a lot of blocks, yeah. Because you have to first of all remove all the blocks that are currently here. Oh. And then you have to place a whole bunch of new ones. So it's quite tedious and it doesn't make for very good YouTube videos, really. Although talking about the result can do, and obviously stuff like that. So maybe it's gonna be a case of me working on it when I feel so inclined, and then maybe show you what I've been up to after I'm done. That being said, I do require some input. That's that, by the way. That's that finished. More specifically about this base design that I've come up with, which I like it, and I think it needs one more block, which needs to be a colored block of some sort. Maybe behind here needs to be a block of red nether brick or something like that, or maybe these pillars. No, they don't need to be. Maybe something here needs to be some other block type or something like that. Maybe. So, yeah, leave a comment about that, guys. Other than that, what I find is that when I come near here, so now it looks really good. If we try and turn around, you can actually turn around on these roads. When we're near this, it looks really good when we're in it, so to speak. So I like the sort of distance is good, considering that we're we're traveling at a quite high speed. Sorry, can't talk suddenly. We're traveling at quite a high speed, so the distance between the pillars is good and all that, and I like the sort of oval feel that it has. It is as oval as I can make it, because this here is the horse road, so it needs to be flat. And then obviously, yeah, the entire width of this thing is 13 blocks as it is, so it's fairly wide, and it's only 7 blocks high. So yeah, it's as oval as I can make it, but it does feel oval when you go on the boat, so that is good. But yeah, any input on this would be much appreciated. So yeah, here we go. We have a finalized, functionally complete tunnel here from the spawn to the hub, and then from the hub to the mesa we have a rail track. Maybe I'll put in the ice road until next time for that one. But then we have a mesa from the hub to the base to Osiris. We also have a functionally complete tunnel, and that's that. So yeah, guys, if you like this episode, leave a like, subscribe and comment and share the video as well, please. It does help me out a lot, and it's great when you do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye bye!